What's up guys, my name is Kevin, and today I'll be showing my current holdings in my portfolio as a long-term investor. And this particular video is not going to go specifically in every single company down to the detail, like how I evaluate the fundamentals and how much I have in my portfolio wise, by cost basis and all that stuff. It's going to be a general consensus of like why I have this company in my portfolio and why I like their business, why I see this company as undervalued, and I like their products and services for the long term. As an investor, you're investing into something you kind of like really like. You really like their products and services, and you see them as undervalued. Businesses I'm going to be talking about are in no particular order from percentage-wise or portfolio-wise or gain-wise. And the first stock I have or business is Amazon. Amazon, everyone knows what Amazon does and what they do. They're the biggest e-com company in the world, and in 2020, they accounted for 40% of the e-com sales online, and the next player after them was Walmart, which had 7% of the sales. So you could see like there's a big gap between Amazon, Walmart, and then every other competitor out there. Amazon is the king of e-com. They have the logistics for it, and it's a very sticky business model because their Amazon Prime subscription model with the 2-day shipping and how our society is going like virtual first. Like more people are being connected to their internet and to the mobile devices every single day in the millions. And besides being an e-com, Amazon essentially is in everything. They're the number one like cloud service company in the world with AWS, and all types of companies from small to big use them, like Netflix, NFL, Coinbase, and Coca-Cola. You could see like different companies use them for different needs. Legacy business models and new and up-and-coming business models are using them. You could say that the biggest logistics companies in the world, like how much like really just goes into their infrastructure, their warehouses, their truckings. And like in my neighborhood, I see Amazon consistently 3 to 4 times a day. And on the road, like they're freaking like everywhere. And they're getting into telehealth space. A lot of things are really going to happen to Amazon in the next couple of years. And like one of the segments that are going to really grow for Amazon in the next couple of years is their advertising part of their business model. And like when you think of Amazon, you don't think of advertising, but they're the third biggest online advertising business in the world behind Facebook and Google. As our society is going towards more virtual first society, we're going to see the growth of more people are increasing their screen time on computers and mobile phones. And a lot of companies already track data on their customers and just sending them target ads into things they might like and resonate with. They also have Amazon Pay, Alexa, their Kindle, Prime Music streaming, and they're really grocery stores too. Like if you ever saw like the grocery stores all across the country, like there's no employees that are working there. It's all scan and that's it. The shopping cart can like read like what you picked up and all that really like AI stuff. They also own Whole Foods, which offers high quality organic foods, giving the freshest top of the line produce, products, and services. They own Twitch, which is the biggest platform for live streaming. Audible, audiobooks. They just bought MGM. It's a media company that has produced like most James Bonds and Rocky movies. And this company for me is just a buy and hold forever. Amazon as a company is going to continue to grow between 20 to 25% consistently for the next 5 to 6 years, and their growth hasn't stopped. And for the last year or so, Amazon really hasn't, their stock price hasn't really done anything. And it's like a great opportunity, not a financial advisor, to really just get into it, just buy and hold forever. And the second company I own in my portfolio is Corsair Gaming. Corsair Gaming produces hardware, software, subscriptions for content creators, gamers, casual gamers, streamers, and competitive players. So they're the one-stop place for all gamers that need gear or high quality gear. And most people know Corsair because of their PC lineup. They have the majority market share of like cases, CPU, coolers, fans, memory, power supplies, storage. And they bought Elgato back a couple years ago, which is their streaming gear lineup. And 99% of streamers out there use the Stream Desk, have their Elgato that records their gameplay. And they also have lighting and green screens for streamers in general and content creators like YouTubers. They also own Origin PC, pre-built custom PC, so if you don't want to take the time to do it yourself, you could buy Origin PC, which has pre-built and have really cool aesthetic PCs with RGB. They also have Scuff Gaming, which is a company that produces controllers for the Xbox and PlayStation. And these controllers are intended for people that play first-person shooters, and it gives you a competitive advantage to the everyday person that just uses just a regular controller because they have the paddles in the back and stuff. And 99% of competitive players out there that play competitive use Scuff Gaming. They own Gamer Sensei, which is their coaching part of their business. And coaching has been around for years and years, from business to self-development. And people just want a competitive edge or just a mentor that could guide them. Gamer Sensei is like the number one coaching brand in gaming for like Fortnite or any competitive game out there. And one of the last companies they own is Visuals. Like And Visuals by Impulse is a company that specializes in overlays, emojis, anything that has to go through the backend for streaming or content creating. They create it for the streamer. You pay one price for it and you get everything for it, instead of like using your time and energy on creating one for yourself. And they also have a company called Epoch that's on the App Store or Google Play Store, and like there's a subscription type of business model, and like you connect your phone and make it as your webcam for your computer or laptop, which is a cool thing. Like this is like the beginning of like freelancing and how our society is just going virtual first. And we see like Corsair Gaming is a company that's like really into everything. They're into gaming, streaming, PCs, software. And it's a company that's growing consistently 15 to 20% revenue wise for the next 5-6 years or so. They want to be the one-stop place for anything in gaming related to keyboards, to like gear and like general. Company's going to be growing into software subscription types of business models over the years, and they just keep acquiring small companies. The next company I own is Callaway Golf. Callaway Golf, they're like the number 1 2-player in like high premium golf clubs and balls. They have other apparel brands, Jack Wolfskin, Travis Matthew, which are apparel brands, OGO, and Odyssey. I didn't just invest into this specific company just because of those legacy brands. I invested into this company because of their Topgolf acquisition. And I started investing in this company back in like November when they announced to the public like they were acquiring Topgolf for about $2 billion. And I bought right around here when everyone was just selling out of fear. And that's I've been just writing up the profits and all that. And Topgolf are just in the beginning stages and have been consistently growing since 2018, an average of 30%. The recovery is just in its beginning stages, and people who want to go out, Topgolf in the short term and long term is going to benefit because of the food, drinks, and entertainment business model. And if you've ever been to Topgolf, it's like kind of like a vibe, like high energy, people having fun. It's going to synergize perfectly with their legacy brand, and 50% of people that go to Topgolf are being introduced to golf for the first time, and Topgolf makes golf fun. And if they start adding their Callaway brands at Topgolf, it's going to increase their revenues. It's going to be a kind of like a win-win situation for both companies in the short term and long term, which was a perfect play for recovery and for the long term. Next company I have is Facebook. Facebook, everyone knows what Facebook is. They own Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and Oculus. And their majority of the revenue comes from online advertising. They're like the number 1, 2 player in online advertising with target ads. People advertising on their website and on Instagram and Facebook with target ads. E-com, small businesses, and big businesses target their ads to specific consumers. And because Facebook gets a lot of traffic, because billions of people use it on a daily basis, people pay a premium to advertise on Facebook. And the growth of like online advertising, social media, and really like their next segment, Oculus, virtual reality, augmented reality, it's going to be a big play for them in the future. And 20% of their workforce is really on their virtual reality and augmented reality side of their business. How that segment of their business is going to be transforming gaming, business side, fitness, music industry, movie industry. And like there's so many things VR and AR could do to our society to enhance our vision or our senses. And one of the last things they are getting into is like the creator economy, like the growth of TikTok, people making money off Twitch, YouTube. You want to kind of like do that too. People streaming, making videos, posting short clips, and just long form content. So that's why I'm like very bullish on that company. The next company I own in my portfolio is Skyworks. Skyworks is one of the biggest players in the 5G movement, and 5G just in its beginning cycle. Like you ever see on TV, like Verizon, Sprinter, T-Mobile advertise 5G, 10x speed. That's like what really Skyworks is. Like they have contracts with Apple, Samsung, Oppo, Vivo, which are Chinese companies. And they make like radio frequent devices, chips to make 5G technology work on different devices. They're really getting into self-driving total addressable market because of the 5G. And they just bought out Silicon Labs about a couple months ago. And they're also getting into the gaming and fitness. And they have partnerships with Google and Fitbit with smartwatches, and Turtle Beach and SteelSeries with their gaming headsets. And it's the beginning cycle for 5G. It's going to benefit greatly for the next couple of years, where like everyone's converting from their old 4G phones into 5G. One of the last companies I own in my portfolio is Upwork. Upwork is like the number 1 player in the freelancing industry, and they're going after a $1 trillion industry. If you see like during the pandemic, like freelancing has been expedited. It's a popular type of career for millennials and Gen Z. It's lower cost for companies. People like working at home, saves time and energy, and you can work anywhere you want in the world and travel at the same time. A lot of people like do that. I could see a trend of commercial real estate just going on the decline. People just like staying at home, getting work done really like very efficiently too. And that industry will continue to grow for the next 5-10 years and will benefit greatly from like where society is going towards. And this is not in my portfolio, but it's in my sister's portfolio. But Tattooed Chef, it's like one of the most popular stocks on YouTube right now. Plant-based segment, They're one of the fastest growing food businesses out there right now. Like, I'm seeing a trend, like, a lot of millennials and Gen Zs are kind of like what they put really into their bodies, from food to skincare. And we could see at Chipotle. Chipotle is really getting into the plant-based foods like cauliflower rice, which is their tattooed chef's main ingredient. And Chipotle is offering more plant-based foods for their consumers. And Tattooed Chef is specializing in, it's targeting people that take health seriously, being just a plant-based food company. They're in all, like, the major retailers like Target, Whole Foods, Costco, Sam's Club, Walmart, and really getting to Kroger later down the line. And they're really targeting the frozen food segment of their business right now. And then over time, they're going into, like, meats and snacks and really expanding to more Mexican foods and sauces. One other cool thing, interesting fact was, like, Tattooed Chef was the most successful food launch at Target's history. They have one full glass door of Tattooed Chef at my local Target, one of the multiple Targets I visited in my local area. And the products are really good. And, like, really just summing up this video, like, I'm an investor for the long term. I don't really care what happens in day-to-day or short term. I care about what's happening to their specific business model that I'm investing into the next 3 to 5 years down the line. And these companies, in my opinion, are gonna outperform the market, or have been outperforming the market for the next 3 to 5, 7 years down the line. And thank you for watching, and peace out.